All right, Joel Ortiz, what's the deal?
Hey, how you feeling, Vlad?
Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. This is our first interview, actually.
Man, it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, a long time coming. All right, man, let's get right into it. I mean, when you heard that King of New York line from Kendrick Lamar, how'd you feel?
I like Kendrick Lamar, man. I really love what he's doing for the culture. I love what he's doing for, hip-hop and just being such an honest person. And when I heard the record, I loved it. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, bringing it back to that competitive nature that, we all grew up on, you know what I'm saying? The King of New York line, it hit me as an MC. Like, hold on. Yeah, I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he dated anybody or he caught me, but just the MC in me wouldn't stand for that, you know what I'm saying? So I did what I did.
Now, I mean, a lot of people claim to be, like T.I. came out and said, I'm the king of the South. And, there's a little bit of debate over that. And, and people have called themselves kings and princes and so forth. But you've never really heard someone from a different coast calling himself the king of a different coast. You know what I'm saying? Like a West Coast rapper calling himself the king of New York. I interviewed Just Blaze yesterday. And I said, how would you feel if Jay-Z called himself the king of the South?
Right.
And it was right. I don't know. So how did you, how did you feel about a West Coast dude saying that?
Yeah, but I gotta appreciate his bravery. You know what I'm saying? I'm so not a hater. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard it, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? That takes big cojones there. I gotta respect that. Though I immediately disagreed, as you can see. But I had to respect. I'm like, this dude is feeling. I know what it feels like to be in those zones. He's in one of those. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta respect that as an MC. You know what I mean?
Sure. Now, do you know Kendrick Lamar personally?
I met him. I can't say I know him. I met him before.
Okay. I mean, do you like him as an MC overall?
Oh, definitely, man. He's very honest. He's himself. You know what I'm saying? He sounds like Kendrick Lamar every time out. And yeah, definitely, man. I like a lot of his music. I like what he's doing for the culture, bro. For real.
Okay. Now, in your song, you said you ain't the king of New York. You're the next thing on my fork. well, what's the meaning behind that?
Come on, man. That's self-explanatory. that's me defending my home, man. You know what I mean? Like, the same way he said, yo, listen, man, I'll get on songs with you dudes and I respect you dudes, but I'm trying to murder you dudes. The same thing applies to him. And I mean, I respect him. I didn't get on the song with him, but I'm trying to murder him too. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Now, in the song, you also mentioned that, Slaughterhouse isn't on his radar because Slaughterhouse didn't get mentioned in the song.
Right. I actually said I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he excluded us out of respect. I'm not sure, if we weren't on his radar. But it was just my job. It felt like my job since he did the King of New York line and stuff like that. And since I was going to put something out, that I had to make everyone aware, you know what I mean, on that stage, you know what I mean? Like, just in case y'all don't know, I don't know what what was going on, if he didn't acknowledge, if it just slipped his mind, or he actually doesn't care, which he's entitled not to. But we need to be in that same breath, and that's what I think I wanted to come across. That's all.
I feel you. Now, I mean, in general, do you feel that most rappers, are too scared to respond just because politically, Kendrick is where he is right now?
I don't really know. I can't speak for anybody else, Vlad. I don't know. I'm sure I'm sure business people, the management and the branding people behind some of these artists are probably saying, just chill out for a second. He's a powerhouse. But I don't know how rappers feel. I mean, if you remove the business side though, and you're an MC, then I should know how you feel. You should feel like me. You know what I'm saying? You should feel like, yo, listen, dude, like, I'm the best. And then somebody else should pop up, yeah, you feel you the best? I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it's supposed to be in a community of MCs. I don't know how, political rapper, quote unquote rapper people feel, but I'm not a quote unquote rapper. I'm an MC. Like, I grew up in ciphers on the corner I grew up trying to tear people's heads off when I rhyme, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, people receive that the way they received it, even though, you know, there's always going to be somebody that's, you know, going to ride out and be like, oh, that was trash and shit like that. But I respect that too, man. I just like being competitive, that's all.
I mean, do you feel that the New York rappers right now are trying to sound like down south rappers as a whole?
I don't know if everybody is, but I will tell you this, man. Growing up and trying to be a rapper, the first thing, before you get introduced to the business, the first thing you want to do, Vlad, is hear yourself on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So when you turn on the radio and you hear what's being played on the radio, and this is no shot at radio, it just is what it is. You know, you start saying, maybe I got to make records that sound like this to get on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So I can see where people are kind of drifting into, like, maybe I got to make a little bit, you know, more dancey music, or maybe I got to repeat my choruses and things of that nature. But I'm just not going to do it, Vlad. Like, it's just not who Joel Ortiz is. I'm not very good at that. I'm very good at being lyrical, being raw, being New York. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to switch that up. I don't know what anybody else is doing, what their game plan is, but mine has always been the same since I came in again, and that's to try to out-rap everybody. So, you know, Control and Kendrick verse and my response, that's right up my alley. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? This is hip-hop, man. This is hip-hop in the purest form. I love it.
Sure. Now Saigon, you know, who, you know, respected New York rapper, he went on Twitter and he said, you know, Kendrick calls himself the king of New York, and the hottest new rapper in New York dropped a song with Miley Cyrus.
The hottest rapper in New York dropped a song.
The hottest new rapper in New York. French Montana. He dropped the I Ain't Worried About Nothing remix with Miley Cyrus on it.
Okay.
He was just saying it was an interesting day in New York hip hop. You know what I mean? With those two events happening at the same time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. That was interesting. New York hip hop is pretty spread out, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you gotta honor what French is doing. No, French is on his grind. I always respect grind, and French Montana has grinded and grinded and grinded, and that's something that has to be honored and respected. You know what I mean? Like, everybody can have their opinion. They might disagree with the Miley Cyrus stuff, but that's just how French feel. And as a New Yorker, I gotta respect that.
Now, how do you feel about Joe Budden going back and forth like Styles P over this issue?
Yo, you know what? I'm not even privy to that. Somebody told me about it this morning. I didn't even realize what was going on. I don't even know how to answer that because I don't know what that's about.
Okay, fair enough. Action Bronson, he had an interesting line, you know, on Twitter. He said, if you're mad at a West Coast rapper claiming King of New York, you can only be mad at yourselves. You did this.
Ooh. That's interesting.
I mean, do you feel that New York rappers did this to themselves?
Did what? Nothing happened, in my opinion.
Well, okay. So let me qualify this because there was another tweet from him. What he said was, according to radio, Kendrick is the king of New York.
Oh, okay. So the shot isn't necessarily at rappers, is it? Or I'm not too sure where the shot is.
Well, I mean, it could be taken different ways. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He could say that New York rappers conformed and, you know, started making different kind of music to try to, you know, suit radio, which is what I kind of said earlier in the interview. And he might be spot on with that. But I personally don't think anything happened. I mean, outside of radio, right? You know, this is like, I'm leaving for Slaughterhouse tomorrow with Eminem. We're still doing what we do and staying true to ourselves, and maybe radio hasn't picked up on it, but I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm still running around the world doing what I do as Joel Ortiz as a solo artist, and that's without radio. And I mean, I can really care less. I mean, radio is a bonus, man. I appreciate all the guys at the Hot 97 that always supported me. I appreciate the people at 105 who supported me, and anybody else who supports Joel Ortiz music at radio. But I mean, you know, the internet has allowed us to go out and grind without it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think anything has happened to New York hip hop. You can't tell that to anybody that screams Yallo when they see me.
Well, you know, and Action Bronson is now affiliated with TDE, so I could see how he's going to take a certain type of stance on this.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Action Bronson is on his grind too. Salute. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's what hip hop is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick felt a certain way, and he said what he said. I heard what he said, and I felt a certain way, so I said what I said. And then people heard what I said, and they felt a certain way, so they're saying what they say. But this is hip hop. If you don't love this, then you're in the wrong game.
Right. Now, in the song, you also mentioned that you're a free agent. If Aftermath wants to holler, then come holler at you. What's that whole situation mean exactly?
Yeah, all I'm just saying is that as a solo artist, Joel Ortiz is ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm on Shady Records as a group member in Slaughterhouse, but solo, I'm always ready to go. You know what I mean? But that was just a shout to Dr. Dre and Curtis. Everybody was wondering who was the other name. I said Curtis is also an exec up at Aftermath that helped broker the deal, my first major label deal with Aftermath Records, and I love those two people. You know what I'm saying? So that was just more so like, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause I know Kendrick is over there. I didn't want them to feel a certain way, even though it's just friendly hip hop and respect. I didn't want them to be like, come on now, Joel. So I just, I made sure Dre know where I stand and Curtis knows where I stand, because I love those two people.
I tell my son, man, you can't afford me, man.
You gonna charge him for a verse, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. He got money.
Dave Chappelle is a different type of animal, man. His comedic talent and timing is like no other. And I gotta honestly say, I can't disagree in any way, shape, or form.